There's someone in your life who seems to have it all figured out. Their career is thriving, their schedule stays packed, and they show up for everything without fail. But if you looked past that polished exterior, you'd see a completely different reality. A mind that races non-stop, worry hiding behind every smile, exhaustion dressed up as productivity. Psychology calls this high-functioning anxiety, and it's one of the most misunderstood patterns because the people living with it have mastered the art of looking perfectly fine. Here's what's actually happening beneath the surface. 1. Perfectionism is a shield, not a strength. Research on anxiety disorders reveals something fascinating about high-functioning anxiety. It disguises itself as ambition or a strong work ethic, but underneath lies something psychologists call maladaptive perfectionism. The drive isn't about doing excellent work, it's about escaping the crushing weight of feeling inadequate. These individuals set impossibly high standards because meeting them offers brief relief from the anxiety constantly churning below. They're not chasing success, they're running from the terror of not being enough. 2. Their thoughts run in endless loops. Studies on generalized anxiety show a pattern of constant mental rehearsal. Psychologists call this anticipatory anxiety. These individuals mentally script conversations before they happen, plan obsessively for problems that don't exist yet, and replay worst-case scenarios until they're exhausted. From the outside, it looks like thorough preparation, but it's actually their brain desperately trying to control an unpredictable world. The planning becomes compulsive because the underlying anxiety never quiets down. 3. Boundaries feel impossible to set. Research on people-pleasing behavior linked to anxiety shows that chronic overcommitment isn't about enthusiasm, it's about fear. They say yes to every project, every social event, every request for help, not because they genuinely want to, but because saying no triggers immediate panic about disappointing others or being seen as lazy. Their packed calendar isn't evidence of passion. It's a sophisticated way of avoiding the discomfort that comes with protecting their own time and energy. 4. Rest triggers guilt instead of relief. There's a psychological phenomenon called relaxation-induced anxiety that sounds contradictory until you understand what's happening. When people with high-functioning anxiety finally sit still, their nervous system doesn't recognize the safety in that stillness. Instead, guilt floods in. Restlessness takes over. They feel an urgent pressure to be productive because their anxiety has convinced them that constant motion equals security, which makes relaxation feel genuinely dangerous instead of restorative. 5. Their body screams warnings they've learned to ignore. Neuroscience shows that chronic anxiety doesn't just live in thoughts. It settles into the body through persistent tension headaches, unconscious jaw clenching, digestive issues, and exhaustion that sleep can't touch. But people managing high-functioning anxiety stay so focused on maintaining their performance that they dismiss these signals completely. They've normalized feeling terrible because acknowledging the pain might require slowing down, and slowing down feels like losing control. So when someone appears unusually put together, but also strangely exhausted, unusually driven but also visibly tense, there's probably something deeper at work. High-functioning anxiety doesn't look like someone falling apart. It looks like someone holding everything together so tightly they've forgotten they're allowed to breathe. Subscribe if this helped you understand yourself or someone close to you a little better, because we're here to explain the patterns most people feel but struggle to put into words.